Hello my dear friends, in this video we will going to learn about another example of unsteady flow process in which the discharging of a tank. So there is a tank which is initially filled at a pressure and temperature, and when valve is open, the all the fluid will going or when the valve is open, the fluid is come out from the tank to its through its pipeline, so the tank will discharge. So what is the state here is given? So what is the state here is given? So the first state first is given. What is that? State first is given. What is that? P1. P1 is 1 megapascal. This is your initial state of the tank, and T1 is 300 Kelvin, right? And state 2, that means final state of the system, and their P2 is given 500 kilopascal, right? So it is given a 100-liter rigid tank. So volume of the tank is given. Tank is given 100 liter, right? Contains CO2 at 18 megapascal and 300 Kelvin, right? At state 1. A valve is open, then the valve is open and CO2 escapes slowly until the tank pressure had dropped 500 kilopascal. So it is final state of the tank is 500 kilopascal. At this point the valve is closed. Uske baad at that point the valve is closed. When it is closed, when the pressure inside the tank is reduced to a 500 kilopascal, so the valve is closed, then the gas which is left in the tank will expand. So why expanding? Why? Because the pressure will reduce, and that expansion have a polytropic expansion. And what is the index? 1.15. Find the final mass, that is what is the m2. What is the m2? Find the final mass, that means m2 equal to what? And what the heat transfer to the tank during the process, that means Q is equal to what? What is the heat transfer? Okay. Now process 1 to 2 in the tank, there is a process 1 to 2. It is a polytropic expansion. What is that? Polytropic expansion. That means what is the equation? P V P power n equal to constant. This is a polytropic process. So what is the final specific volume? V2 by V1 is equal to P1 by P2 to power 1 by n. 1 by n. Okay, this is equation number first. Now also it is given R value of CO2. It is given how much? This is 0.18892 kg per kilojoule per kg Kelvin. This is given, right? This is given. This is given. Okay. Now, so we apply the ideal gas equation. What is that? Now P1 V1 by mass balance. What is that? It is exit, that means ME minus MI is equal to M2 minus M1 of a control volume, right? There is no any inlet, only it is exit, so it is 0. So what is the exit mass? You have M2, you have M1, so put here value, so you have M exit, right? You have M exit and you have final temperature, right? So find the final mass inside the tank and heat transfer. So final mass inside the tank is this much. This is your final mass. This is your final mass inside the tank. This is your final mass inside the tank. Final mass inside the tank. This is your final temperature of the tank, and this is your initial temperature. What is the initial? 300. A final temperature, it will reduce. See the beauty. T2 final temperature will reduce as compared to initial temperature 300. Say why this will reduce during discharging. During discharging, why this will reduce, and why this will reduce? Why? Because if the fluid will discharging, so along with the internal energy, the flow work will exit from the system. So extra flow work will exit from the system. Why? Because there is a flow. So along with internal energy, there must be a flow. Along with internal energy of the fluid, there must be a flow, and that flow will reduce the energy of the system. So that reduce energy of the system, finally its temperature will reduce. If there is a charging, so along with internal energy there must be a flow. Along with internal energy there is a flow, so in the case of charging the temperature will increase. But in the case of discharging, why? Because along with the internal energy there must be a flow work, this is a flow work which is cross the boundary. So along with the internal energy there is a other form of energy which is flow work will reduce from the system from the system, so its final temperature will reduce. So if the temperature of the discharging carbon dioxide changes during the process, the problem can be solved. Is because okay. Now again apply first law of thermodynamics. First law of uniform state uniform flow process. Uniform state and uniform flow process. What is that? Q plus MI HI plus VI square by 2 plus ZI is equal to M2 U2 plus V2 square by 2 plus Z2 M1 U1 plus V1 square upon 2 plus Z1. This is for a control volume, plus M exit HE plus VE square upon 2 plus ZE plus W, right? So now there is a heat transfer, but there is no any inlet mass will not in, right? And the flowing air, there is no any change in kinetic energy, potential energy, there is no any change in kinetic energy and potential energy, and the system is stationary, so this will cancel out. System is stationary. Now what is M2? There is M2, so this is what is M1? So there is M1, ME but there is no any work transfer. So what is the equation? The equation is Q is equal to M2 U2 minus M1 U1 plus ME HE, right? And now you have this one. What is the U2? What is the U2? CVT2. What is U1? CVT1. But what is HE, my dear friend? What is HE? So you have, there is no any information. So how can you calculate it? So this can be calculated by averaging. This is very important. How? HE at T1 plus HE T2 by 2. Why this will taken like that? That means, see from the table, at a T1 air carbon dioxide table, at T1, at temperature T1, what is HE value? At temperature T2, what is HE value, right? So why this will taking like that? Why? Because exit pressure will changing between 1 megapascal to 500 kilopascal, which is not fixed, which is not fixed. So the exit, what is the exit condition here? The exit pressure will change. The exit pressure will change. Why? Because when the fluid is flowing continuously, so exit pressure will change up to 1 megapascal to 500 kilopascal. The exit pressure will change. So at exit enthalpy at which pressure? The exit enthalpy at which pressure? We have no any knowledge. Why? Because exit pressure will change continuously. So it is good approximation that it have average value of T1 and T2. HE at T1 and HE T2 from, this is from table, right? And you get the temperature, and what is your, it is given Cp is given how much? 0.8418, and Cv is given 0.6529, right? So if you put all the value, the heat transfer is 20.1 kilojoule. Okay, so one notable point is that there is 3 points we'll note here. One is the number first, during charging. That means if there is a tank, if there is a charging, and this is your tank, it is your discharging, right? So this is charging, this is discharging. So in the case of discharging, its final temperature will be less than the initial temperature. But in the case of charging, the final temperature is greater than, reason is same. In the case of charging, along with the internal energy, there must be a flow will come out, and that flow is responsible to increase the sensible heat, sensible energy. That means that flow energy, when there is in, so along with internal energy, there is a flow energy will into that system, and that flow energy will be responsible to sensible energy, and that sensible energy is to increase the temperature. Same, if you discharging the tank, along with the there is a flow That means there is a internal energy will reduce, and along the internal energy there must be a flow energy will out. So the flow energy will out will responsible to decrease its sensible energy, so its temperature will reduce. Number second. Number third, the exit condition. Number third, exit condition will changing. Exit condition will changing in the case of discharging. So exit condition will changing. So enthalpy at exit we always taken as enthalpy exit at temperature T1 plus enthalpy exit at temperature T2 by 2. These 2 points must be clear about that. Okay, thank you.